Good morning, everyone. Come on forward. There's seats. We'll be quick, I promise. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. We're lucky enough to have Mayor Craig Greenberg here with us to be our first speaker this morning. So we'll go ahead and get started. Mayor?
Well, thank you so much, John. It's great to be with everyone this morning on this beautiful fall morning. You know, this is really fun for me because this is like a homecoming. I started working with many members of the Calhoun team nearly 20 years ago. I also realized the construction business is sort of like sports. Everyone goes by last names. I started working with Hinshaw and Weesty. Somehow Dan York was just Dan. I don't know. I don't think we ever called him York. But started working with them, and then in my 21C life, working with Kevin Fennell. So I've known so many of the folks with Calhoun for so long and have seen them. It's been fun to watch the growth of Calhoun over the years. And Calhoun has done really so much to our city. This is more than just your typical new ribbon cutting. This is more than just a new building opening, because Calhoun is part of some of our city's biggest and boldest investments. You know, a year ago, they purchased this building and made a $4 million commitment right here. But their impact goes far outside the walls of this building. When you think about the projects that they've worked on or that they are working on collectively, the hundreds of millions of dollars of improvements at Churchill Downs that continues to make that a top spot for every year after year, bringing the world to our city. When you think about how they've helped revitalize Louisville Gardens and they're working on that right now. And I can speak personally to the work they've done for Louisville Metro government, working to create a new LMPD headquarters so our police can all work together in the heart of downtown. These are things that are so important to the future of our city. And I know that on their own, they're one of the fastest growing companies in our city. And they're creating more jobs, more opportunities for people all across the city and region, more partnerships with minorities and women-owned businesses, ensuring that growth is inclusive and equitable. Their reach goes far outside of Louisville, but their roots are here. Their heart is here. And the future is right here as well. So I'm so thrilled to be with you all here today to celebrate. And John, if you can come back up, I'm proud to present that today we're going to celebrate this beyond just this ribbon cutting as well, but that we are proclaiming today to be Calhoun Construction Day. I expect this to be framed, put right on the front door for all to see. Congratulations. I look forward to continue working with you all. I'm so excited for your continued success of you and your clients, and I know there are so many great projects ahead for Calhoun. Thank you to the entire Calhoun team for what you guys do. Have a great day.
It's always a hard act to follow the guy who can dedicate an entire day to a city, right? My name is Jordan Clemens, Senior Director of Investor Development at Greater Louisville, Inc. We're the Metro Chamber of Commerce here, and we're just so thrilled to help celebrate this ribbon cutting today. Talk about a homecoming. Every time I drive past that Taco Bell over there, I remember scrounging around in my car for change to buy tacos when I went to U of L. It's always nice to remember your humble roots and always see where you are today. And I think this is a great example of that, having started where you started and then celebrating this renovation, you know, the restoration of these buildings, the investment in this community, the investment in this area. All you have to do is look at this and then go right around the street to Tag Swag and see what's going on here. There's a lot of positive momentum, and we're really excited about that. As the Chamber of Commerce, our job is to grow the regional economy, and we could not be happier to help support you in any way that we can for Calhoun Construction as you continue to grow here. I can't dedicate the day to you here today, but what I do have is a plaque from GLI. We're so happy to celebrate with you today, and maybe this can go up right next to that proclamation there. Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm John Hinshaw, President of Calhoun. I'll keep this under an hour, I promise. I'm just kidding. Oh, wait, no. Today's a huge day for Calhoun. This is our 13th year in business, so we made it to our teenage years as a company. This is our, believe it or not, our 4th office in those 13 years. So we like to move a lot in our early days. We started in 2012 on Bluegrass Industrial Parkway in a 2-room office. We had a conference room that had 4 chairs around a little circle table and 6 desks in another room. And that was our humble beginnings to today. We have a whole city block we're sitting on today. So it's come a long way. I want to thank our partners on this job. QK4 is here. Neil from QK4. Raise your hand, Neil. And then Brown and Kubican was our structural engineer. LMH, Jason is here from LMH, and maybe others who are our design architects in the job. Now you think as a construction company, running our own construction process would be seamless and easy and painless, but we had tons of problems. We had budget issues, delays, a lot of permitting issues, and then more decisions to make along the way. So we it gave us a lot of empathy for our clients on that end because they're always frustrated decisions don't come fast enough. Inside Calhoun, we have our own factions. We have our, I'm going to call it the accounting department in general. Thinks everybody should have a folding chair, a white desk, gray walls, and hey, pictures are extra. No pictures on the walls. You don't need those. And then we had the other side of the company, the business development marketing, that want a really nice office for recruiting and really to show off what we've done before today and everything we're capable of in the future. So it was a lot to manage all those expectations, but I think we came up with a smart, functional solution. And I want to give credit. Kevin Fennell is an architect that came over to the dark side of construction a few years ago, and he led the design process, came up with all the concepts that you see here today, and did a great job with the vision of the building. Mike Williams led the actual construction effort and dealt with accounting on every little dime that was extra over the initial budget. So thank you for that. Jordan and Dave Bryan led the actual on-site construction. Mike Bunch, unfortunately, is not here today. He helped us coordinate the move. And then Shannon and her team, made today possible for this ribbon cutting. So thank you. I want to thank every Calhoun employee here. Change is hard. Change is difficult. Everybody has their opinions, but everybody handled it with flexibility and grace. So thank you all for that. Over the years, this is our 4th office. But we haven't been great about stopping to smell the roses. So this is our first ribbon cutting. So it's a big milestone for Calhoun, and thank you all for being here. I want to talk about the building a little bit. This property's been built on since the early 1900s. Originally, it was stables and a lumber yard. We think a construction company for a short minute, but right before we bought it, it was a printing press for the last 30 years. Where we're sitting was a 2-story wood structure that had cinder blocks all the way out there at the curb. There was an old house over there at the corner across from Taco Bell. Then when we toured the property, it had squirrels running through it. So as Kevin started the design process, it became apparent we needed a good front door for Calhoun. So he came up with this concept of we actually needed more parking as well, and parking and a front door. So that the 2-story structure went away in the old house, and now we have a nice new front door for Calhoun. Altogether, 65,000 square feet of space, split almost evenly between shop and office. There's 50 workstations inside, and the capability to expand 50 more workstations. The shop space features some high bay racking. 2 years ago, we started our own flooring division, and we all saw coming out of COVID all the breakdowns in the supply chain. So it's critical for us to be able to store our flooring materials here, and then when the job sites call for it, ship it out. So it's a huge advantage there. Location was a huge driver for us. As the mayor mentioned, Churchill Downs has been our largest client over the years. This year, we're working on a remodel of the Finish Line Suites and the mansion for next year's Derby. We've opened projects for the last 10 Derbies in a row. Our largest current project is the Expo Center, 350,000 square foot addition, new exhibit hall for the Expo Center. We were just awarded a project at the airport terminal to remodel the whole airport terminal. We do a lot of work downtown, the JCTC parking garage, the youth detention remodel downtown, and the LMPD headquarters. So one thing that was huge for us was the I-65 corridor, right? The quick on-off so everybody could shuttle to all these jobs as quick as possible. Little did we know that we're going to close I-65 down for the next 2 summers when we bought the building. But the mayor assured me it's going to be a seamless and painless process. We're never going to know what's going on. So last week I did a quick interview with Business First, and they asked me how many employees we had 5 years ago. I'm like, I don't know. So after the interview, I asked Jessica, and she said we had 90-some employees 5 years ago, and now we have well over 200. So will this building last 10 years? We will see. But if we more than double again in 5 years, it will be getting tight as we go into the 10th year. We're honored today to have the mayor here with us, all of our friends from GLI, all of our clients, and different partners. So a lot of familiar faces that have been part of the Calhoun journey over the years, so thank you for being here. This building represents more than square footage. It represents a lot of growth, teamwork, and hard work. We're proud of where we started, and we're proud of where we're going. Thank you all for celebrating this milestone with us. Here's to the next chapter, the new challenges, new opportunities that continue to build. Thank you, and God bless Calhoun and our future endeavors. For our invited guests, there's a commemorative bourbon bottle inside, along with breakfast for everybody. And I would like Kevin and Mike to come forward and cut the ribbon now. Thank you all for being here.
Woohoo!